Well, the Browns are preparing to face the Colts on Sunday at 1 o'clock, and it seems like they might have their quarterback back, Mary Kay. Deshaun Watson did practice today. He took most of the first-team reps that we saw, and he's listed as questionable for this game. So we don't know for sure, but all signs seem to be pointing to Deshaun Watson playing on Sunday.
Yeah, if I had to put a percentage on it right now, I would probably put it at about 95%. He looked really good out there today. We only saw him throw some short passes today. We didn't see him let it rip or anything like that, but he looked really good. He had zip on the ball, velocity on the ball, and Kevin Stefanski said what he wants to see is that he comes through these next 48 hours okay, with no pain and no setbacks.
Yeah, that was the point he was making, is this was his biggest workload here in a while, Ashley, and you've just got to make sure that he doesn't wake up tomorrow, feel sore, he can still throw the football. They have a walkthrough on Saturday, so I think we'll probably get an idea of this maybe by this time tomorrow, but again, just everything we saw pointed to him playing.
Yeah, Kevin Stefanski did say he did go through his full workload in practice today. He took all of the first-team reps that they needed him to. And so now it's all about, is he going to be sore? Is he going to bounce back normally? And we know, obviously, he first got out here outdoors again on Thursday, and he said he bounced back nicely from that. And like Mary Kay said, I think that velocity and that zip on the ball are huge. We didn't really get to see that yesterday. So I think that's a step in the right direction. And if he responds well from that, I agree with Mary Kay's 95%.
Okay, now PJ Walker, just as a note, will be the backup on Sunday, so they'll elevate him one last time from the practice squad. And then they'll have a decision to make on PJ after that. But anyway, that's for another day. Some other injury issues the Browns are dealing with, Mary Kay. Sione Takitaki is out of this game with a hamstring injury. He was injured on Thursday at the end of practice. And a couple key players questionable: Harrison Bryant, Kareem Hunt, Greg Newsome. Sort of like Deshaun, we'll see what happens with those guys, but just some injury things to keep an eye on.
Yeah, too bad about Sione, because he's definitely out for this game, and he was really starting to play pretty well and pick up his game a little bit. The linebackers in general were really starting to get it and sort of clean up what was left to them. And, you know, when you're playing Jonathan Taylor in Indianapolis, you want your linebackers. So, too bad for that, because Sione's pretty good against the run. But I do think that, Kareem will probably play. Same thing with Harrison and Greg.
And Ashley, that defense has been playing so well. And the other thing is they've been healthy. So, if you had, obviously they're not going to have Takitaki. If you don't have Greg out there, you want to go into Indianapolis with everybody available and kind of keep that momentum going.
Yeah, I think that's key, and I'm curious if that'll play into, some of these guys that are questionable, like Greg, if that would, lean them one way or the other. So I'm really curious to see, though, if this can be maybe like a repeat performance for JOK, because rewatching that San Francisco game, he just jumps off the tape, a lot of what he was doing in that athleticism. And we know, the Browns use a lot of two linebacker looks. So I think if you have one guy down with an injury, it's not exactly the end of the world if you have some other guys in that unit step up.
Okay, we will cover everything that happens in this game. We'll have previews, everything you need to know about the Indianapolis Colts and Cleveland Browns. You can find it all at cleveland.com/Browns.